I just wanted you to see. So there was water up in there. Check this out. Right where the twist tie's at, I've already flipped a bunch off. See that water coming out of there? It got all up in there, you can tell. Definitely did, so I was able to wrap it up back there, but it got up in this part. I can zoom in because you can see how wet it is. It's crazy, isn't it? Look at that. Look at that moisture. Get up here and see if I can get it fixed. And when I fix it, when I see how I push it together, it'll work. I figure out, there you go. And it starts to kick on like a shit. Get the water up out of here though. You definitely see that's the issue though. Definitely got water in it. All over my hand. That's so crazy how much water dripped down in there. It's coming, you know what? It's coming from your washer tank. I bet you. Bet you that's exactly what this is. Taking out the washer tank right here. You see all over that, and right there's your washer tank, that's your seal. I bet you that's where the leak's at. I bet you. There's no other way how much water will be in there, I don't think, unless it's leaking from around the seal or somewhere when you spray, like right there, you see that moisture? Bet you everything, that's what's going on. So, right layers in there, we'll check it out, see if I can see any moisture coming out. Right here is where I think I'll probably have a tank leak, I bet. You just see, or from the top of the connector, and we can see the discoloration. Sometimes it'll leak out of these guys. And I'm pretty sure that's what's leaking onto these lights, causing us to have a problem. If I back up, you can clearly see right here. So this guy had water in it everywhere. Well, like I said, the lights are hooked up right. Oh, it's still got water coming out. We'll go ahead and get the water out and tight and see what we can do here. So, one second. So this is main wire right here that runs all the way up. Water had got up in here, and what I was actually doing is I'm still flicking it out of there. It's crazy. Probably blurred right out and keep this wire facing down at all times, so somehow it got gathered water here. No idea how that happened. I was able to play with that. When I play with that, it would shut it off occasionally, but now it's working fine that the water's out. And that was it. There you go, water is in there. That's insane, isn't it? It's not this part. I checked that. Unwrapped it. That looks good. Nothing to do with that. You can see. Nothing going on there. It's working like a shit now. Just that daggone water in there. Got to shake the guy. Here we go. Hang on. Something may be going on with this piece too. Every time I shake it, so we can have another issue. Hang tight. Let me see if I can get that on camera. But yeah, when I shake that right there, you see it is acting up. Sometimes. So you see, just shake this a little bit, see what happens. Maybe the actual box is sinking. Maybe. Here we go. I'm trying to replicate the problem I'm trying to do here. This is the twist I added last time to it. Trying to replicate this. Oh, okay, maybe this connector got wet too. Right here we got a connector. I think the connector could be loose. There's water up in here. It's just not a tight, secure connection. Let's see. What I am? Oh, when I did that, it actually caused it to go out. How did that cause that to go out? I don't know. Watch. See that? That's crazy. What am I pinching? What am I pinching there? I don't know. So something is definitely not good in this connection. I don't know what it is, because I mean, I'm looking at it. Maybe I was pinching the wire. Let's try to get the wire out of the way this time when I do it. I don't think it's that wire though, necessarily, because you got to get the wire out the way and try it again. Yeah, something to do with right here. This connection is just not good somehow. I don't know why. Old twist tie. That's done with that guy. But somehow this is getting and they pulled on off the ground. I think. I can't really pinpoint it. I'll tell you that. Yeah, so if I kind of stretch it, it kind of doesn't want to work right. But where these wires go, way over here somewhere, right to the other side is where I believe that goes to. That's going to be a real pain trying to fix. I think they're working out though. Let me see. Sometimes even with connectors, you can pull down some, you don't want them too tight. That could cause the problem. I think when I over tighten them, they act a little more. They're getting loose now. When I bend them this way, it gets loose. And the light stops. Let's see. When I push them in tighter, they get worse. So that's crazy. That don't make any sense. So we got to figure out what is happening here to make this cause happen. Get it straight. So let me do my thing. Play with these wires up in here. Somewhere up in there, that's where it's wrong at. Look at the wires. They run all the way down there to the connector. The wires that are problematic, I think, run into the actual system. Good here, man. Check it out. Right back. Get up here and do my thing. That's how you get into these forces up through the wheel. Turn the wheel to you. I know it's kind of strange. It is. We're working fine now. That's how it should work. Like the other side. Right. over here. There we go. No problem. It's working perfectly like it should be. So hang tight. So what I did here is actually, I'll show you. That's the top connector. Oh, the flashlight's hard to hold in here, but anyway, I'll show you again. So I unplug this top connector and I force the wires to the backside to make a good connection here. I think they're a little bit loose, and I'm going to put a little dilated grease on this. Got to get these as tight as I could through the back end. Got to just pushing them back in. After you can use a probe or another tool, but right now I'm just kind of shoving them down as tight as I can. Make sure they're going to go through all the way, because what happens is it's the aftermarket cheap part. These connectors, I don't think I'm making a good enough connection to that other light. The actual assembly to that. So that's probably the issue. Hang tight. I'm going to lube it up, dilate it grease, and we'll tape it up. See how she does. Unfortunately, I actually think that short's going to be way up in there. I was able to pull everything down up in here real well. Make sure nothing else is loose. To secure it, I don't see any more lights going out. This might have been getting pinched a little bit and grounded out. It looks good now. I got it down from the top. Flexing it, playing with it. I cannot get it to replicate another flash. This could have just been pinched funny somehow at the time. It got wet too. I don't know. Right now, though, we got it working good though. So, as you can see, right up in here is where I'm fooling with this. Hopefully, it's all good to go. Make sure there's wires are tight back there. We're going to wrap them up with tape. I don't have any more issues. And make sure this guy's secure too. So unfortunately, under further review, this is faulty right here. This actual clip. I'm going to have to do something to replace this. I'm not sure what is actually in there, but this from the factory is faulty. As I hit this, watch. Zoom in, see what I'm talking about. So this is actually, so I'm just going to gently tap this. And like I said, everything is secure best I can. Watch the light. It will stutter when I do that. And so when he said when he's driving on the road, it'll bounce. I can't get it any tighter. Shake it like that, which the light not work properly. You see what I'm talking about? So you give it a little shake. It's the actual box itself, I believe, is having an issue. So when he sputters down the road, there's a bump. It's going to act up. I have a feeling that's the issue. It's really hard to see it. I can see it flashing slow. It's just hard to see on camera. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be faulty. I'm going to try to twist tie that against something so it's not moving as much. That may be the way to go about keeping that still. If this doesn't shake, it probably won't flash like that and mess up. Let me see if I can get that situated also. Really, you may not even notice it if I can get that to stop shaking, because then they probably won't be able to tell what's happening. Hang tight. What I'm going to do, I don't know if y'all can see that real good, but I actually took a twist tie, tied everything together. Now the reason for that helping is, well, I think it's going to help is this. Oh damn, I like that. Almost that. Can y'all see that? So what that should do is, that being twist tied all secure and tight to keep it from fluttering around so much and flopping. I'm hoping that will do the trick. I'll let you know. If not, I'll have to rewire this somehow. Like I said, it's right tied up close to that. Hopefully that's not going to get more water in here. If it does, that's another issue. That could have caused something to short out in that main circuitry on this. But I think we're looking good for now. Like I said, I can actually see it's working fine. I don't have any issues when I smack on it some gently. Just give it a gentle smack and see what happens. Make sure I'm on it first. Can't see. Make sure I'm on it. Get right here. There we go. And the light, I think, is doing perfectly good. So I think we got it. That's all it is. We'll see if that holds. If not, we know we got an issue. Well, there's a lot of water, a whole lot of water was in there. I wrapped these wires good. And like I said, I twist tied this all together right here up in, so it's going to hold that steady and keep everything from moving around. That's going to be the idea behind all this. So that's not too tight on that water container. But I don't want to have any kind of shorts going on. Make sure we look good up there. I think we are good, I believe. That should be perfect. I don't want to get it around that guy. Oops. To get it off from him. I'm not supposed to be around that. So that's to that. I don't want to mess with him on that. That ought to hold that perfectly fine. We'll tighten up a hair more. That should take care of this problem, hopefully. That way nothing is causing anything to shake around violently, ground out violently. But everything like I said now is working and no issues at all. I think we got it. I think that was it. Give it a couple good whacks. Still working. Okay. That should hold it steady though. That's the whole point for that. Keep it from moving around. I think we'll be okay. Be a good idea what I did. It was right next to the water thing. It's not a great idea. I think it's the actual unit right here. I don't know what exactly, to do other than secure it. Anyway, I'll keep you posted with this back part back on this car. It's pretty basic stuff. You just tuck it in like you would on any Ford, and then you've got a few bolts to hold it. Okay, you got one. They're right up in here. Got a couple in there, and there they are. They're all like 5.5, 6 millimeters, 7 millimeters. And what you do is you pull this out the way while you're working on it, and then you tuck it all back into the top. You see right here? That goes around here and goes up underneath to this guy, and then this will actually go back on. So let's go ahead and get it all back together.